Howdy there, wanderers. Today, we're going to take a little detour from the usual praises of the Grand Canyon in winter to explore the lesser-known pitfalls. See, I've rustled up 10 reasons why you might want to steer clear of the canyon during the colder months. It's a cautionary tale filled with wit and wisdom. So listen closely before you brave the winter chill. Welcome to the Grand Canyon, the wildest escapade this side of the Mississippi. I'm the Canyon Cowboy, a time traveler from the early 1900s, and somehow got wrangled up in this labyrinth of modernity. But fret not, for me and my trusty steed Jackpot are fixing to orchestrate an experience of a lifetime for you. So cinch up those saddles and get ready for a wild ride. Grand Canyon in winter sure is a spectacle that can take you to the exquisitely sublime with its rugged grandeur adorned in a pristine blanket of snow, each facet sparkling like celestial jewels in the desert's embrace. But there's a dark side to visit in between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. When that winter chill sets in, it brings a whole heap of challenges you might want to mull over. So listen closely before you make plans to come out here in the winter, because I'd hate for you to come all the way to the Grand Canyon only to leave wishing you hadn't.
Now, before we hit the trail, allow me to introduce my trusty steed, Jackpot. Whoa, steady now. We'll settle up in just a sec. As I was saying, we'd be much obliged if you give this video a hearty thumbs up and subscribe for more adventures. And if you're bound for these here parts, peruse GrandCanyonPosse.com for all of your travel needs. We got transportation, guided excursions, itineraries, accommodations, and the best grub around these parts. Join the posse and let's make indelible memories. Now where was I? Right. Let's giddy up. Woo! Alrighty, first on our cavalcade of concerns is the treacherous terrain of slippery hiking trails.
You see, in winter, them trails of the Grand Canyon can turn into icy paths as they skim right alongside them steep cliffs, dropping thousands of feet. Woo-wee! It'll have you feeling like you're in a high-stakes rodeo on a slick arena. One wrong step, and you might just find yourself lassoed by the Reaper himself. So, if you're fixing to mosey along them icy trails, be sure to pack yourself a pair of them crampons to give your boots that extra grip and keep gravity from turning your stroll into a quick descent to the river below faster than a cowpoke can say yee-haw.
Now, Jackpot here ain't no racehorse, and he can be a bit temperamental. Oh, I said a bit. But he does find himself in his element in the snow. Ain't that right, bud? But if you ain't used to wintry roads, you might find yourself in a trail of trouble with the dicey business of dangerous driving.
When winter blankets those canyon roads in an icy embrace, it's akin to navigating a tempestuous river on a skiff made of silk. Now let me impart some prudent counsel for those of you who dare to traverse these frost-laden roads against sound advice. Equip your chariot with sturdy tire chains to ensnare the ice as deftly as a wrangler capturing a wild stallion. Stockpile a bounty of blankets, for if fortune frowns and you find yourself ensconced in a snowy drift, warmth shall become a precious commodity. Lastly, a trusty shovel to extricate oneself from predicaments with the speed of a seasoned cowpoke escaping a stampede. But take heed, my friends, for even with these provisions, venturing upon these wintry roads near the canyon's edge demands fortitude akin to that of a lone cowboy facing a charging buffalo.
Reason number 3, too much dang snow.
Mother Nature sometimes decides to lavish upon us more of that frozen precipitation than we can reckon with. This snowy blanket can accumulate more swiftly than a tumbleweed in a cyclone, shutting down trails and making exploration a real trudge. To paint a clearer picture, the South Rim averages a respectable 58 inches of snow each year. Yet, it's not unheard of for storms to descend and drop a foot or two in just a day. Now, when we wander over to the North Rim, we're greeted with a staggering average of 150 inches of snow annually. In fact, back in 1978, the North Rim experienced an incredible 272 inches or nearly 23 feet of snow, making it a veritable winter wonderland of epic proportions.
Now, number 4 is a bit of a contradiction to number 3 because sometimes, partner, we reckon we run into the conundrum of not enough snow.
We've all seen them pictures. The Grand Canyon donned in a serene blanket of snow, like a quilt over them sheer cliffs. All soft and inviting, like melting marshmallows. But the weather up there at 7,000 feet is as finicky as a wild Mustang, tossing surprises like a rattlesnake in a sagebrush. Some winters can turn as dry as a desert tumbleweed, and without that snowy embrace, you might just miss out on that picturesque winter wonderland vibe, leaving you thirstier than a cowboy without his canteen.
5. Despite the Grand Canyon being the grandest sight, winter viewing can often be obscured by fog.
When fog envelops the canyon, it's like navigating a blindfolded dust storm. Visibility plummets faster than a bucking bronco, making finding your way akin to a midnight crossword puzzle. Keep an eye on the weather, cause when warm, moist air meets with that there snow, the canyon's vast vistas vanish like a magic trick.
Number 6, in a big snowstorm, they often throw them hands up in the air and close down them roads.
Winter storms are no friends to the roads around the canyon. Closures can leave you stranded faster than a horse thief caught red-handed. So pack patience with those winter boots. Heavy snow forecasts almost certainly means they'll close Desert View Drive between the Watchtower and the Visitor Center. Add in inexperienced drivers from warmer climates zooming too fast on icy roads, and it's a recipe for trouble.
Number 7 is for you rim-to-rim hikers because in the winter months, you gotta lug way more gear down there with you.
Them heavy packs for hiking can weigh you down faster than a steer in quicksand. With the cold settling in, you'll need more gear than a cowboy on a cattle drive. Extra clothes, crampons, food, water, it all adds up and quick. Hiking 15 to 20 miles, plus with an added 10,000 feet of elevation change down and up, shoo, that extra weight can turn a leisurely hike into a back-breaking adventure. And if you're planning to camp down there too, forget it.
8, I reckon there just ain't as much wildlife.
Now, them critters tend to hunker down when winter rolls in, so if you're hoping to spot some wildlife, you might find yourself searching as hard as a prospector looking for gold. Less wildlife sightings can leave you feeling emptier than a lonesome coyote howling at the moon. So keep your camera hoisted up and ready to go, cause you need to be a quick draw to snap them photos if you do get a sighting, cause there's no guarantee you'll get another.
9, winter rides into town with even more limited options when it comes to camping.
Envision this. There are 5 illustrious campgrounds perched on the rim in Grand Canyon National Park, and just one beyond Tucson near the South Rim's Grand Entrance. Alas, come winter, all but 2 will retire their welcome mats. Mather Campground and Trailer Village, both nestled on the South Rim, are the only options left standing as the bastions of winter camping resilience. So, if you're contemplating a winter campout, best make arrangements ahead of time and tether your hopes to one of these esteemed abodes before spots get scooped up, especially around the holidays.
And number 10, and this might be the most important one, don't come on up here to Grand Canyon if you're only allocating one day.
With just one day, any one of the reasons we listed above could put a damper on your expectations of your Grand Canyon visit. Best to plan on staying in the area longer and be flexible and patient with Mother Nature. If the weather is great, kudos to you. Then you can spend more time delving deeper into the canyon and its history, or check out other geological wonders like Sedona or Lake Powell, and acquaint yourself with other things to do in towns like Flagstaff, Williams, or the Verde Valley.
And just because my ambition is to always strive to over-deliver for you, let's do one more. Why avoid Grand Canyon in the winter? It's because you want to drive on over to the North Rim. Because in winter, you can't.
Listen up, partner, because the North Rim's schedule is as tight as a corset on a saloon bell. All services like the lodge, visitor center, and general store pack up and mosey on out of there by October 15th quicker than our jackrabbit on a scorching day. The road might stay open till the first major snowstorm or December 1st, whichever rides into town first, but once that snow starts pouring down, they slam that road shut quicker than a gambler folding on a lousy hand, keeping the whole park locked tighter than a cattle gate till May 15th. And let me tell you, partner, when they barricade that road, the only path to North Rim is by hoofing it. Yep, you'll be trudging along like a pack mule with a heavy load. Because the North Rim gets more of that fluffy white stuff than the South, on average about 150 inches of it every year. It can transform them trails into a winter wonderland fit for a polar bear, but maybe not so cozy for a cowboy seeking an easy ride. Now, don't let these reasons dampen your spirit like a rain cloud on a cattle drive. The Grand Canyon's beauty shines year-round, but it's always wise to be prepared for the challenges winter brings. So keep these points in mind as you plan your next adventure in the Wild West. Now, before you make your winter plans, give this video a thumbs up if you found its tips useful. And for more travel insights, trot on over to GrandCanyonPosse.com, where we've got travel deals and itineraries that'll help you steer clear of winter woes. So, until our paths cross again, I will see you on down the trail, my friend.